I am a licensed acupuncturist here in the state of Vermont, and I'm also an artist, but I've been focusing my work with my acupuncture clinic. I have a clinic in Barrie, and I met Jason through, he was giving a lecture at the library when we had the Vermont Healers Association, and I was immediately hooked on his positive energy. And that's something that I've found as a client, is that you're accepted into this program you are at. And I have often said to Jason that I don't think I could have learned business from anybody else. You know, I couldn't imagine myself being in a class of 50 chairs looking up. Here we're really I love how it's really connected, this program, when you're working on your business, of what your core values are, who you are as a human being, and that's really integral. And when he talks about spiritual processes in the class, for example, we would talk about compassionate marketing versus, we're not learning how to, pull the wool over anybody's eyes. We're truly learning how to bring our service and our gifts out into the world and place them with people who really, want them. In the beginning, I thought I might have felt overwhelmed, but I felt exactly the opposite. I feel really nurtured in this process, And I know for myself, I've gotten a lot clearer about what it is I really, how to say what I do. I mean, being an acupuncturist is totally my comfort zone, but learning how to talk about it in a way that marketed is brand new for me, including, just even speaking right, here. But so I really like the fact that there's, a mixture between one-to-one, work, with Jason as a counselor, when we're working together as a group, and I like the online classes. There's so many different aspects, to it. So I see myself being a client for the duration of the program. I want to do all the tracks, and I'm just really excited about what the future holds.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Hi, I'm Kate Langsner, and I'm in the healing profession too. I'm not going to talk really about my business now. I'm going to talk mostly about Jason and how I value the course. But I found out about Jason through a poster at City Market in Burlington, and from day one I was just so impressed with how he presented what he does. At first, I thought, oh, could I really do this? Because I thought, the VSAC process might be complicated. It wasn't. Yes. From the very beginning, I could sum it up. He's just got unconditional acceptance of who you are, and encouragement. Never does a day go by when I connect with Jason that I don't feel encouraged. So I think that's the number one thing I want to say. But there's all sorts of, I could maybe mention 3 or 4 other things. When we first started, we did something called a foundation session, and it was very unusual. I would say, as Cynthia was saying, it's not like going into a business course. We tried to figure out what were our core values and our goals. And when I actually had to write down my goals, it helped me launch a project that had been sitting on the back burner since the late 90s. And now it's a public access TV show of holistic practitioners in Burlington. And actually did some work manifesting the person I wanted to do it with, because before I'd done it myself and it was too much work. But with my website, one thing Jason helped me do was to find my niche market, because I was trying to do too much at first, and he explained what the benefits would be. And every single session you go with him, he starts it out in a very organized way by saying what we're going to talk about, what are the benefits, what are you going to take away from it, and a kind of a gratitude prayer. It's almost like you come in and you want to let go of stuff that's been happening during the day that's been stressful, so there's actually room in your consciousness to take in what he's going to say and what he's going to show us and what we're going to share. Because if you come in a bad mood, there's no space, So we create the space for the session to happen. Another thing I really wanted to point out was that the networking sessions are a real blessing, because you come together as community. And I held one at my house, and I thought it brought us students who are start at the same time to a much closer connection, and I really felt unanimity. Is that a word? Yeah. And Jason
It is now.
yeah, Jason, I don't know what it was. Some of the people weren't even clients, but we just had such a good time. It was almost magical. And that particular configuration of people never really came together again, Some of them did, the other network, But I think what Jason does is he starts the ball rolling, and it's like so needed. There's so many practitioners I know, I'm talking about the holistic field, that don't know how to market themselves. So I'm on the way now. I've got to pull all my worksheets together, and I'm really close to getting my website done, and I know that I couldn't have done it without this class. So
Nice.
I totally recommend it
Nice.
to anybody. Yeah, excellent.
I did what she said.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kate.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
That's true.
Hi, I'm Sherry Glevis, and I am a tarot counselor and teacher. And about a year ago, I was just at this juncture of whether I could actually make a business out of what I do. And I was feeling very discouraged because I didn't know the first clue of how to make a business. And synchronistically, I saw a post of Jason's on the Vermont Healers Facebook group. And poof, I just knew, it was just like an intuition, this is what I need. So I easily, got the VSAT grant. It was all very easy. And so I've been working with Jason for about a year. And for me, I guess I feel the same way as Cynthia. Like I don't think I could ever have sat in a business class and like gone and done homework, and that would have just done me in. But Jason's approach was perfect for me. He incorporated the whole spirituality of manifesting what you, well, not just what you want, but who you are. And I honestly can say that I probably would have quit within the past year. I would have given up on actually having what I do be a viable business. So Jason has really encouraged me and inspired me and made me feel like it was possible.
Thank you, Sherry.
You're welcome.
So I'm Julia Bird, and I'm a health coach. And I haven't been in Jason's program for very long, and it's been in a sort of semi-formal manner. I mean, I'm enrolled, but because of the transition that he's been going through with the school and everything, we've been sort of going on, meandering. Mostly, though, because I haven't been very good with my follow-through. So things have been taking longer than they might otherwise. But I guess what I would like to say about the program is that I really value the way Jason is demonstrating what he's teaching through conducting the program and running the school. So you're witnessing firsthand how you do it. And it's really great. It's great. I'm really glad I'm doing this program. And Sherry is the one who actually introduced me to the program, because we were introduced to get together to do a joint venture, which we did, and we became really good friends, and she kept talking about this program, and I'm thinking, what's she talking about? And then she told me, and I was like, So it's a great investment.
Thank you, Julia.
Well, I'm Anjali, and happy to be here. I own Yoga Mountain Center in Montpelier. Like Jason said, he's been with me from the beginning. I actually have been in my own program of running my business. I haven't been in any other program, but I've had this awesome business coach, friend, person who's helped me so much, and from the beginning. And I guess I'll say that as a healing practitioner, like maybe someone else mentioned, I didn't have a lot of business skills. I know how to do yoga poses and teach yoga,
Right.
but I didn't have that business background, and so I was really nervous about like the business end of my business, which is an important part. And so I met Jay, and he's like, come on over and sit down and we'll talk about your business. And we started by meditating together. It was in the Shambhala Center, and it was just so sweet. We sat and we meditated, and I was like, this is the person. And I felt so like safe and loved and supported, and I didn't feel scared or intimidated by things. And I think as like a woman in business too, it can be like harder sometimes to like find a person who you resonate with, who's got the business know-how and can support you. And so I felt really supported and non-judged for like having everything, all my receipts in a shoebox and everything disorganized, and like really not knowing the first thing about anything. But I was running this business, so I was kind of like, I hope he doesn't think I'm crazy. But I felt completely accepted and supported. And then, Jay, we just celebrated our 9-year anniversary at our studio, so he's been a part of that the whole time. And really will just like, I would call him and be like, I'm panicked because of taxes, or I have this thing, this question, and he would always take the time to call me back and answer any question, on vacation, not on vacation. And so I just have always felt supported and accepted, and also that he knows what he's doing was the feeling I had, which is important too, besides love and acceptance. So I felt really like my business, part of its foundation, I feel like, came from the support that I got, and then continue to get, because I keep calling him with questions, and he's still willing to answer them, even though our relationship has shifted in terms of the business sense. And then we also, like a huge leap for us in our business was purchasing a yoga studio software program, which for me felt like the biggest leap of faith, and also confusing and complicated, which it really isn't. But Jason was like, well, let's just do it. Let's go for it. And he really helped me to launch that software program, and now we have it going, and it's up and running, and we're evolving it and expanding it. So there's just been different milestones, and also just like the consistency of support has been there. So I feel really grateful, and I think you do a really great job. And I can't speak to the program because, like I said, I haven't fully participated, but I feel like I've got my own private business program over the years, which has been great. And so thank you. Thank you for asking me.
Thank you, and special thanks to each of you for speaking.